Gentlemen, let me bring you into a conversation most men have quietly with themselves, but rarely out loud. Think back to your younger years. Remember those nights when your stamina felt endless? When your body could fire up again and again, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times in a row, and somehow you still woke up the next morning feeling like you had a full tank to burn through? But now, something's changed. These days, after that first orgasm, it's like a switch gets flipped. The lights dim, the system powers down, and no matter how much you want that second round, your body refuses to cooperate. If this sounds familiar, trust me, you're in very good company. In my clinic, this is one of the most common frustrations men bring to me. Doctor, why can't I get it back up for round 2 like I used to? And is there anything I can do about it? The good news is yes, your body isn't betraying you, and there are solutions. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening behind the scenes, why your recovery changes with age, and how you can speed it up, strengthen it, and bring more depth and vitality back into your intimacy, even well past 50. Stay with me because by the end of this lesson, you won't just understand your body better, you'll walk away with a clear, practical strategy to rebuild stamina, renew confidence, and enjoy intimacy with far more freedom than you may have felt in years. Before we jump deeper, take a moment to support this channel. Tap the like button, subscribe so you never miss one of our men's health sessions, and drop a comment telling me where you're listening from. I always love seeing the global brotherhood showing up here. Men reclaiming strength, knowledge, and community. Now let's clear up a huge misconception straight away. When you notice your ability to go again slipping, many men immediately assume it means decline, dysfunction, or that their sexual prime is behind them. But this isn't weakness, and it certainly isn't failure. This is simply biology doing what biology does. What you're experiencing is called the sexual refractory period. The built-in recovery window after climax when your body says, hold on, we're resetting. During this phase, getting hard again is extremely difficult or impossible. Women often have a remarkably short refractory period, which is why they can experience multiple orgasms with very little downtime. But men operate differently, and the most important thing to understand is that this recovery window stretches with age. At 18 or 20, your rebound time might have been under a minute, sometimes just seconds. But in your 40s, 50s, and beyond, it's normal for recovery to take half an hour, or in some cases, the entire day. A longer recovery window doesn't mean your sex life is fading. It simply means your physiology has matured. And once you understand what's going on beneath the surface, you can absolutely work with it and often improve it. For those joining me for the first time, I'm Dr. Narita, a board-certified urologist, and for more than a decade, I've specialized in men's health and vitality. I've watched men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s rebuild their performance and confidence once they finally understood the mechanics of their recovery. Because here's the truth. Bouncing back isn't just about desire. It's about hormones, habits, circulation, and environment. So today, we're going to look at the inner mechanics of the refractory period. Then I'll count down the most common mistakes that drag out your recovery and what to do instead to reclaim stamina and speed. Let's begin with the biology of what happens after orgasm. Your hormones shift quickly. Prolactin rises sharply. This is the hormone that signals satisfaction and essentially tells your system, we're taking a break. At the same time, dopamine drops. This is the chemical of excitement and motivation, and when it falls, desire temporarily shuts down. Oxytocin goes up, the bonding hormone, wonderful for closeness, but not ideal for immediate arousal. Testosterone also plays a major role. Higher levels mean quicker recovery. Lower levels mean longer downtime. Now, let's talk about the 5 mistakes that quietly stretch a refractory period far longer than necessary, and the steps to correct them. Mistake number 1, pushing for round 2 instead of expanding the first round. Most men assume the fastest way to get to a second round is to chase it. But in reality, the quickest way to improve stamina is to make the first round last longer. There's a technique called perineal pressure. The perineum is the small area between the scrotum and anus, and beneath that skin lies a network of nerves that play a major role in ejaculation. By applying firm, steady pressure to that spot just before the point of no return, you can momentarily interrupt the ejaculatory reflex. The result is a dry orgasm, where you feel the pleasure and contractions, but there's little or no semen release, and your erection stays significantly stronger. Biologically, this keeps you from entering the full hormonal crash that shuts everything down. Emotionally, it gives you a sense of control and awareness over your own body. And practically, it's a learned skill. You get better at it with practice. Many men describe this technique as opening a completely new chapter in their intimate life. But if you've already ejaculated, let's talk about what slows recovery next. Mistake number 2, heavy meals, alcohol, and smoking. After a big fried or starchy meal, your body diverts blood to your digestive system, leaving much less available for sexual performance. Alcohol further weakens blood vessels and lowers testosterone. Smoking directly harms circulation and makes erections far harder to sustain. Put all 3 together and you've built the perfect recipe for sluggish recovery and weak arousal. Biologically, these habits steal blood flow to your sexual organs. Emotionally, they dull confidence and vitality. Practically, the solution is simple. Avoid heavy foods and alcohol close to intimacy, and if smoking is still part of your life, removing it is one of the rapid ways to revive performance. Now let's explore what actually helps your recovery instead of slowing it. Mistake number 3, neglecting oxygen and blood flow. After ejaculation, your tissues need oxygenated blood to recharge, but many men forget the most basic tool: steady, controlled breathing. A minute or 2 of slow breaths boosts oxygen levels, calms your nervous system, and improves circulation. Gentle testicular massage can also encourage blood flow and support hormonal reset. Hydration is essential as well. Your erection depends heavily on blood volume, and dehydration drags everything down. Biologically, oxygen is your reset switch. Emotionally, controlled breathing replaces frustration with calm. Practically, this is one of the easiest habits to implement. Now let's talk long-term strengthening. Mistake number 4, neglecting fitness, weight, and sleep. Think of your sexual performance like an athlete's performance. It needs training, recovery, and proper fuel. Cardio keeps your blood vessels flexible. Strength training boosts testosterone. Managing belly fat prevents excess conversion of testosterone into estrogen. Eating high nitric oxide foods improves blood flow. And sleep. Deep, consistent sleep is where most testosterone is manufactured. Biologically, these fundamentals are absolutely essential. Emotionally, they rebuild a sense of capability and confidence. Practically, you can start small. Daily walks, cleaner meals, protecting your nighttime routine. And finally, the one mistake most men completely overlook. Mistake number 5, ignoring psychology and passion. Not every erection issue comes from your body. Sometimes it comes from your environment, your stress levels, or the emotional rhythm with your partner. Fear of interruption, lack of novelty, routine, or tension in the relationship can shut down arousal faster than anything physical. Biologically, stress elevates cortisol, which suppresses testosterone. Emotionally, lack of passion disconnects you from your own desire. Practically, the fixes can be surprisingly effective. New environments, flirtation, planned experiences, honest conversations. Sometimes the ignition your body needs is anticipation, not medication. Let's bring all of this together into a simple roadmap to shorten your refractory period and strengthen your performance. Extend the first round using techniques like perineal pressure. Avoid recovery blockers like smoking, alcohol, and large meals. Support circulation with breathing, hydration, and gentle stimulation. Build a strong foundation with exercise, weight control, nutrition, and sleep. And reignite passion with novelty, connection, and intentional desire. And yes, medications exist. Research shows drugs like Viagra can shorten recovery dramatically, but they must be used under proper medical guidance. Now, let me say this clearly, because many men need to hear it more than they admit. You are not broken. You are not less of a man because recovery takes longer. This is your biology adjusting, not declining. And biology can be guided,